Aloha and welcome to Upside Down Pilates and Nourishment. My name is Lisa Orrig. I'm the creator of the Joint Pain Eliminator program. This is where I help women eliminate joint pain so they can get back to living an active life that they love. I'm going to teach you how to start sprouting today. Raw vegetables aren't introduced until stage 5 in the GAPS nutritional protocol. But this is something that you can start looking into doing to make sure that you do have fresh vegetables if you live somewhere where you can't grow or get fresh vegetables all year long, as well as if you're looking for ways to have food storage in case of food shortages. Sprouting is a fabulous way to go ahead and have fresh vegetables. Super easy. It generally only takes 5 to 6 days to go through the process, and I'm going to show you each step of the way. So what you're going to need are some sprouts. I'm going to do a salad mix and then a broccoli mix. Mason jars, I do a quart, and then you can order these fancy little strainers off from Amazon. Or wherever. This is a sprouting strainer. So you can, I have them in my Amazon store. You can get them pretty much at any food place. So first we have to soak them overnight, about 8 to 12 hours. So that's what we're going to start with today. So this is a salad mix. It has clover, alfalfa, radish, and broccoli sprouts in it. So it has a nice happy flavor. And we're going to do 2 tablespoons per quart right now. You can do more, but you'll get a lot of sprouts. And then I'm going to do a full one of just broccoli. Broccoli has cancer-killing properties. Broccoli sprouts has cancer-killing properties in it. So we're going to do a whole thing of sprouts of just the broccoli sprouts. These sprouts are little vitamin power packs. If you get to the point where you can start digesting raw vegetables, they're fabulous things to start adding in. But if you can't digest your raw vegetables, you can still throw them in your soups. Now, I always label what's going on here so I don't forget which is which as they start to grow. So I'm going to put an S here. Where am I going to put it? I'll put an S here for my salad. And I'll put a B here for my broccoli. The next thing we're going to do is fill it up with water and let it soak. So again, you want good quality water. This is Purifex. Berkey is also the other one that I think is really great. This is an underwater filtration system. Under counter, so it's under the counter. And I fill it up, not totally to the top, but where it can get a nice soak here. About 3/4 of the way full. These are super easy, you guys, super delicious. Fresh vegetables. There's not any garbage, no glyphosate, no other pesticides or herbicides. It's a good, healthy food for you. You just have to be far enough along your GAPS journey to digest raw vegetables, which can take quite a while. Okay. Great. So now what we're going to do is just put the lids on here. I don't know if I can get it to tilt down where you can see it nice and easy. Oh, there we go. So these are the fancy lids. They're cheap. You don't need spend a lot of money for this, and if you already have mason jars, you're good to go. And it doesn't have to be super tight because we do want it to breathe. This one is being a pill, as my grandma used to say. It looks like it got a little bent when you use the rings over and over again. Sometimes they get a little bent. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a cupboard. You could cover this with a towel or whatnot. This isn't really for it to breathe right now. It's just so that it's easy to strain. So you want it in a dark place. So we're going to soak it overnight in a dark place. And when I wake up in the morning, I will drain it and then rinse it. And I will show you that process in the morning. I will see you tomorrow. Ready. It is morning. Good morning. We've got our wonderful sprouts, and we're going to now drain them. So these soaked overnight, and now what you do is you drain them off just like that. That's why you have the fancy little top, so that it's nice and easy to do. And you want to drain them real good. That way it doesn't get moldy. And then they sprout nice and easy. Okay, so we drained them. Now we gotta rinse them. Sometimes they stick. So you just put some water in. So I do about, I don't know, half the jar full of water. Then you put the lid back on. I shake it around, get it nice and rinsed off. Then you drain it again. So we're not going to let them soak anymore. Now we're going to drain them, and we'll start sprouting them. And you want to try and get them as dry as you can, so you can kind of set it on its side for a little bit at the sink before you put it back in the dark. So remember, in the beginning we got to keep it in the dark so that they seed for a few days. So we're going to call this, yesterday was day 0 for the soaking, and then today is day 1 of the starting to get them sprouting. I'm going to move this over for a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is let these sit on their sides just a little bit, 5-10 minutes, then shake them out again, and I'll put them into the cupboard again. Let me tilt this up so you can see me. I'll put it back in the cupboard, and I'll leave them for the day. You can do, if you want, you can rinse them, you know, a couple times, 3 times during the day or whatever. I generally do in the morning, at night, and I think of it in the middle of the day. I'll do it in the middle of the day. So I will do that. I did just get out of bed. That's why I look so fabulous. So I will do that, and then I will come back tomorrow morning and we'll look at them. So I won't show you again tonight, but I'll come back tomorrow morning and I'll show you what they look like and show you the process again. So again, after you soak them overnight, then you're going to rinse them, and then you'll pour the water out, you rinse them, and then you pour the water out again and you leave it without the water. And then do that a couple more times on day 1. All right, I will see you tomorrow for day 2. Good morning. It is day 2 of our sprouts, and yes, I did just get out of bed. All right, here we go. This is the salad sprouts, and you can start to see, oh yeah, little sprouts. How fun is that? And these are the broccoli sprouts, and they have little bits, but not very much yet. So the broccoli, the all broccoli sprouts one goes generally a little slower than the salad one. Okay, so we're gonna rinse them and drain them 2 to 3 times today. Same. And we're gonna keep it in the dark place still for another day. So just like we did yesterday, you're gonna rinse them, fill them up. I just go about halfway. And then put our little lid on here. Here's your little rain shower, sprouty sprouts. All right. All right, now I just shake it around a little bit and then strain it out. And I kind of shake it around so that they don't get all clumped together so that it drains a little bit better. But you can try whatever you think is best. And then I'm going to let it sit on the side for a couple minutes and then drain it out a little bit more to get as much of the water out as I can so they don't mold. It's okay if they mold, you just toss them. Do not eat this mold. All right. So I'm just gonna let these guys sit aside for a couple minutes. I'll drain it out and then put it back in the cupboard. And then I'll do that process a couple more times today. I generally do it at least once in the morning and once at night. And if I think of it, I'll do it in the middle of the afternoon or so just to give them another little rinse. But they do fine if you do once in the morning and once at night. All right, and then I will see you tomorrow morning for day 3. Hello, hello, chickadees. Welcome to day 3. Just kidding, it's actually day 4. So what happened to day 3? I didn't video. But let me tell you what you do on day 3. On day 3, you do your same rinse. So you rinse it and pour them out in the morning. And then after you do your first rinse and pour it out, you're going to set it in the light. So you're going to take it out either from underneath the cloth that you have it on or out from your cupboard. And then you're going to set it in the light. The more light, the better. It doesn't have to be a ton of light. But, you know, if you can get some direct sunlight, that's great. Otherwise, just set it out on the counter, and then you're going to do the same washing in the morning and the evening. You can do it more than that if you want or not. And then when you wake up for day 4, it might look something like this. All right, so this one is our salad mix that we have. Look at all those wonderful sprouts. And this one is our broccoli. I found the broccoli ones don't get so puffy as the salad ones, but they're still doing pretty good. All right, so these are what our sprouts look like on day 4. Now, same thing. You're gonna do the same rinsing, pour the water over it, rinse it out, get it nice and dry. Definitely morning and then again at night, and if you do it a couple more times throughout the day, that's great. And then on day 5, you'll do your final rinse. So you'll wake up on day 5, rinse it out, and then you're going to put it into storage. So I will show you how to do that tomorrow. See you in the morning. We've made it to day 5. Check out our sprouts. So what do we do today? I rinse them one last time, and then we're gonna put them out on a couple paper towels. I like to press down and let them dry off a little bit, and then you're gonna store them. So you can store them in mason jars if you want. You can store them in a Pyrex, or you can store them in plastic baggies if you need to. And when I store them, I generally store them with a couple of dry paper towels in there, just to soak up any extra moisture to prevent any sort of molding. Let's take them out and have a look. Oh, this one already has some more water in there draining out, but that's okay. Woo! So sometimes these can be a little rough to get out of here, depending on how close together they are. But there we are. Just gonna pull them out just like so. And it does make quite a bit of sprouts, you guys. So I do, 2 at a time, because we eat them pretty quickly, but you can also do just obviously 1 jar at a time if it's only one of you, and you can do more. I don't really like more than two tablespoons in a jar, because they get pretty full, but you could probably do more tablespoons in a jar if you needed to. But look how beautiful and green they are. Fresh, fresh, fresh. And now, so those are our broccoli sprouts, and then the salad sprouts always do more. They always are more fluffy. So the broccoli sprouts, if I can speak, have, I believe it's glucoraphain in them, which is the cancer-killing properties. And there are broccoli sprouts in here, but this also has alfalfa, clover, and radish. And the radish gives it a little bit of a bite when you're eating them. So it's a, different flavors. Woo! And we've just grown in here. So, yeah. I mean, these are delicious. Now, I can share with you, you can easily just put them on your salads. I really like these if you make it like an omelet or some eggs. I like to make a cheesy egg sort of omelet with vegetables, and then put avocado on top with these sprouts. Oh, delicious. But you also could just do it without the avocado. Or you could do it like on an egg salad. So I have some egg salad right now. And for my lunch, I'm actually going to make an egg salad where I put some lettuce. I like butter lettuce. And then if I can get this out of here, come on. Woo! Oh my. Can you see that? How exciting is that? They all came out at one time. Ooh, fancy. So some butter lettuce, and then I'll put the egg salad, and then some sprouts on top, and it's super delicious and yummy. I'm actually going to do that for my lunch here in a few minutes. Yeah, so here we are. Our broccoli sprouts and our salad mix of sprouts. I'm just going to let these dry. I'll put another paper towel on top, and then I'm going to let these dry for just a little bit, and then I'll probably put it in one of my Pyrex, or a couple Pyrex, and then they'll be good to go. I do store these in my refrigerator. If you needed to, you could probably leave them out for a while and they probably would be fine, but I would keep them cool and dry so that they don't end up molding or spoiling too quickly. Yay! Well, thank you so much for joining me on this sprouting journey. I hope you found it valuable. You learned something new and learned how easy it is to sprout. It's super, super easy. You can grab these. I did put what I use in the Amazon store link, so you can go check them out there, but you know, you can get them anywhere really. And try it out, and it's a great thing to have on hand so that if for some reason we're having some food shortages, which we are having, you're going to be able to have fresh greens the whole time because you're going to grow them yourself right in your kitchen. I think that's pretty cool. So if you do this, let me know how it goes. Now, if you're earlier on your journey in GAPS, so you're not to full GAPS yet, remember we don't add vegetables, raw vegetables until stage 5. You can try it out for yourself and boil them with your soups and see how that goes for you. Not everyone does great with these in the beginning. So a lot of my early clients, if they have a lot of issues going on, like with the joint pain or digestive issues, that type of thing, they're really having to do like cauliflower tops and broccoli tops and carrots if they can tolerate them. So this would be too much in the very beginning. But once you get going, this is a great way. Remember, we want to start building the diversity of our gut microbiome when we're ready to do that. And these are just fabulous ways to give you nutrition and then prebiotic fibers to help our gut microbiome diversify. And the more diversity that we have in our gut microbiome, the healthier our overall body is going to be. So yeah, let me know what you thought. Questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the comments, and I will see you next time. Aloha. Here we are, egg salad for lunch with my fresh sprouts. Delicious.